Anticipation mitwe delivery don kharu school na jin thok tanam sum sim ga with reserve over thanks to Alvarez. Oh, he's the one sponsoring. Then also
school gati mo class kadim sinamo the class toro pipina junita kam sinamo very good peseta ni semiuga gachi mo peseta be Gachilo.
I was in this school.
Dato Cina kasih bedilo. Dato na kasih mo. Football hobby. Kadang je dauci. Jadi park kita tamang mo. Kelas ngam Cina juga nahi.
7 to 8.
Oh, nahi 7 nahi. School di.
Shazam to class.
Shazam to dia mo. Namely Chinchini Gusui?
That's been 2 years since then.
No. Two peso comes in Japan.
Graduate especially Bhutan Football Federation nalo women footballers tachika
coach.
Kita 지금 아기 3살이 몇이나도 지친 football ngada chika tili ko moni lo sumdi jiti chi jomda ngada chika da ya no 12 na le select be dira konsul pa chika international tournament dato sinsindi ngagi tongdong sinsindi ani zumbi di mar ngagi zok di da daru ani lalugi lapre ni matumi ani zumbi mi do ani mabe ngagi dong khadi ngagi matong zumbi pesa ta ko
Hello, my name is Dane and I am speaking to you on behalf of the Rural Education Foundation, which is a civil society organization in the country of Bhutan, established by Mr. Karwan Yosen. In fact, the Rural Education Foundation was inspired by the life story and history of Mr. Karwan, and I think it makes sense to begin with his life story as an introduction and as a bit of history about the establishment of RAF. Mr. Karwan was aged 10 years. His father had already left him and his mother passed away at the age of 10. He went into the care of his grandmother and was enrolled in a pre-primary school. He was able to be there for a few months before his grandmother then passed away, and his uncle happened to then take care of him at that point. Unfortunately, his uncle was not really motivated to have Karwan as his ward, and so Mr. Karwan was then taken out of school by his uncle and forced to work as a babysitter for 2 years. This obviously supplemented his uncle's income. After 2 years, the uncle grew tired of that arrangement and forced Mr. Karwan into a monastery. Fortunately, he was able to prove himself as a good student in the monastery. However, he was always seen as a sort of abandoned orphan and felt somewhat isolated and alone, especially as a child. He proceeded to be put into a formal institute where he was given a more formal education in Buddhist philosophy. And he was there by a monk for about 8 years. After that, he was forced out with a number of monks when a new principal came in and had different disciplinary and policies for that particular institute. So after 8 years as a monk, he went to the capital city of Bhutan, which is Thimphu, and he began looking for work here. Of course, he was homeless and jobless for some time until he found employment in a hotel, and he learned quickly that Dzongkha was not, Dzongkha being the national language of Bhutan, Dzongkha was not sufficient for him to be able to actually earn a good living in Bhutan and in Thimphu, and so he taught himself English at that point. After some time working in this capacity, he found out that the Ministry of Education in Bhutan was looking to hire temporary Dzongkha teachers in some of the rural eastern districts of Bhutan. And he was fortunate and surprised to be able to teach in that capacity for 2 academic sessions in eastern Bhutan. When he was there, he very quickly identified and empathized with a number of students who he found to be in the same situation that he himself had been in as a child, somewhat abandoned, neglected. In some cases their parents were alcoholic, in some places one or both parents were not involved. And he took them under his wing and began to sponsor them, I think purely out of empathy, having been in that situation.
Hello, my name is Karwan and I am the founder of the Rural Education Foundation. The Rural Education Foundation is a determined-driven organization. And now so far we have more than 150 children across eastern Bhutan. And now it's likely to reach 300 by this year. And we are left without much fund. And in the country we have severe financial crisis and economy going down, and there are hardly any donors committing to help the foundation. And if we do not receive funding in this year from any donors, our 150 children will be deprived of school education. Some of them who were already dropped and re-enrolled will be again going to drop out of the school.
용감히 새 연루 찾지